Let's dive into 3-bet with some filtering and analysis in PokerTracker 4. Be sure to follow along with your own database right now. The very first thing with any statistic, go to the statistics menu, type into the search function the name of the statistic, and pull it up, because the key aspect here is that you need to know the detailed description and the formula for every single statistic. Write these down in your poker journal, commit them to memory, try as best you can to understand what these numbers mean. One quick note right here, look at this 3-bet on the flop. A lot of people don't know you can 3-bet on the flop. For example, you make a continuation bet. That's the 1-bet. They raise you, that's the 2-bet. You re-raise them, that is the 3-bet on the flop. But today, we're concerned with that pre-flop 3-bet. Now for me, when I'm looking at my own 3-bet statistics, I look at more than just 3-bet. I look at 3-bet steal, pre-flop squeeze, which is that 3-bet squeeze over a raiser and a caller, and then 3-bet pre-flop success. And I have them all in my statistics report right here. Right-click, configure report, type in 3-bet. And then you'll find 3-bet pre-flop, double-click it to add it to your report. 3-bet steal, that's 3-betting out of the blinds versus a cutoff button or small blind open raise. You'll also find 3-bet pre-flop success. Now, squeeze doesn't have the 3-bet in it. Just type in for this one, squeeze, and then pre-flop squeeze. Put them all into the report, hit OK so that you can see your actual numbers. So for the month of September, when it comes to 3-betting here, well, as a total, 6% rounded up right there. I'm quite an honest 3-better for the most part, but I do throw in a ton of bluffs, and we'll see some of those in a little bit. When it comes to 3-bet stealing out of the blind, small blind, and big blind right here, big blind is higher because I 3-bet out of the big blind versus small blind open raises quite often. Total of 8%. Squeezing right now, I know I can do this a lot more. 1% seems quite honest right there. Now, 3-bet pre-flop success, this is how often your 3-bet succeeds, whether you have pocket aces or deuce 7 offsuit to get everyone to fold. Now, on average, everyone folds to me 29% of the time, and lovely, they're folding quite often versus my blinds. But I've only played about 1,300 hands this month. These numbers aren't super reliable just yet. Now, you might look at this as a sky. You're 3-betting on the button, the best position, only 6% of the time? That's a really small range. And I would agree, just as a percentage, that is a small range. If we type that in to Flopzilla Pro, 6%, boom. There's the range that Flopzilla Pro would maybe think that I'm 3-betting. But let me tell you, these are not the hands that I 3-bet. I love 3-betting the suited aces, ace, queen, offsuit, even ace, jack, offsuit and better, the king, queen. And then I'll throw in some of these hands that are quite often outside of a calling range. So I have the best hands, plenty of solid blocking hands, and some straight up bluffs in here. So my range is about 12% of hands. But let's see exactly which hands I have been 3-betting with the first filter. We're going to start with the Holdem hand range visualizer. So pull that up right here. Make sure 3-bet is turned on. And we're looking strictly at the button. So you can see I haven't played many hands since September 1st. These are all of my 3-betting hands. Let's actually increase this here. Let's look at the entire year. Now, the idea with the Holdem hand range visualizer is you go position by position, I'm starting on the button here, and you review questionable hands. Looking at this list right here, I see a king 7 offsuit. Darn it, lost 9 big blinds for it. It would be a good idea to pop this open on the button, review that hand. Why did I choose to raise with such a weak hand? 8-7 offsuit, lost 3 big blinds. That's a weird amount to lose. Seems like a misclick. I think I found a mistake, a mistake. Queen 7 suited over here, lost 9 big blinds. King 10 suited, 20, and then 9 big blinds. That one's not working out for me. King Jack suited. Oh, that one's worked out. Got a few good hands right there. The idea as you're going through and reviewing these questionable hands, the goal is to find your mistakes so that you can work to not repeat them. You do that by doing some additional study and then focus play where you practice the strategies that you studied. Now let's get to my personal favorite 3-bet hand filter. So we're going to filter for hole cards that we generally like to 3-bet with, the opportunity to 3-bet, but we did not 3-bet. So follow along, run this filter with me. Hand, values, hole card range selection, Holdem hand range. Now I like to put in hands that I know I generally like to 3-bet bluff with. And some hands that sometimes I just call instead of 3-bet bluffing. Maybe I just want to see a flop, no ace, no king, and go from there. So let's toss these bad boys in. add those to filter. Also add to the filter the opportunity to 3-bet, actions and opportunities, pre-flop, scroll on down, pre-flop opportunities, and the 3-bet opportunity. Turn that on and add it to filter, pre-flop, raises, any 3-bet. Add that to filter, and then not. I know I went through that quick, but go back through, use the pause button as you need. So we have common hands that we like to 3-bet with, the opportunity to 3-bet, but we did not 3-bet. Save and apply filters. Okay, so since September 1st, 22 times with common hands, like you could see right here, a lot of folding, even some calling with that 5-4 suited. I won some chips, right? But, oh, raising a call, there's a squeeze opportunity that I missed out on. And that's the question that you want to answer. Go through all of these hands. Am I missing good opportunities to 3-bet? Either as a bluff, maybe for value with pocket tens, sometimes even as a squeeze with 6-4 suited. Review every hand, find your mistakes, work to not repeat them. Now you might want to look at your positional differences when 3-betting. So we can run a new filter, 3-bet pre-flop in the blinds and then versus non-blind hands. The idea behind this is, am I 3-betting differently in these various positions? More filters, actions and opportunities, pre-flop, raises, the 3-bet filter, add that one to filter, and then now in the same area, pre-flop opportunities, posted blind, small blind, turn them both on, add it to filter, and now it'll be posted the small blind or the big blind. So all of these other non-blind positions will disappear. And then we'll get to see just the 18 hands where we 3-bet out of the blinds. Go through, review all of these hands and see what patterns you might find. Maybe the bet sizing, the hand choices, and your opponent choices. And then now, the non-blind. More filters. Highlight that one. Not. Save and apply filters. Now you can see it's the non-blind positions button, cutoff, and MP. If there were any EPs, for example, maybe we were playing full ring and we 3-bet another EP open raiser. But for me, just 10 hands. Go through all of these hands and try to find any differences in the opponents you choose to 3-bet, the bet size you use, and the hand selection. Again, you're finding mistakes so you can work to not repeat them. Become a better 3-better. Ahoy, mateys! So if you enjoy doing this kind of work within PokerTracker 4 to analyze your own play and improve your game, you have to get my Get More from PokerTracker 4 course. Over 9 hours of learn as you do guidance, just like you've experienced in this video so far. I walk you through every aspect of PokerTracker 4 to help you analyze your game, find your leaks, and improve your skills. So go to smartpokerstudy.com/getmore from PT4 right now to pick up this incredible course. Now, it'd be a really good idea to take a look at your 3-bet hands when you're in position on the flop versus not in position on the flop. More filters, keep the 3-bet filter in, delete that one, add hand details, player position, flop, in position, turn that one on, so you 3-bet and you're in position on the flop. Save and apply filters. So you can see as a total, sure, it's only 8 hands in September, but I'm losing a little bit of chips, 3 big blinds, not much at all. But it's still worth it to go through these hands, find out if I made any mistakes. And I definitely see one right here. Look at this, a flop check as the 3-better on an ace-high flop. This is my Ignition whole card database, so we have whole cards exposed for all the opponents. We get a raise, and I decide to 3-bet. Okay, love the 3-bet, king 10 suited, loose aggressive player. Couple of folds. Smart HUD says that he has not folded yet. But hey, let's try to make this 1 out of 1 facing a 3-bet, get him to fold. Drat, he called. The flop comes down ace-8-9. Okay, check. I should have c-bet. What is in my range for 3-betting right here? Ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack, ace-5 suited. And for just calling, he's got pocket tens, pocket jacks, king-queen, king-jack, pocket deuces and threes even that we're trying to hit a set. I should have c-bet this. I hate my check back. Look, sure, he was open-ended. I didn't know that at the time. Open-ended with the backdoor draw. He would have continued, right? But still, I have to make that initial bet. That was such a big mistake. I love that I found a mistake right now so that I can work to not repeat it. So that's the in position filter. Oh yeah, it's even worse. I'm in position. I absolutely should have c-bet that one right there. So go through the hands, find your patterns when you're playing in position as the 3-better, and then more filters, highlight, not in position. Save and apply. And then boom, go through and review all of these hands as well. 3-bet out of the small blind with pocket tens, queen high, super dry board, check folding. I'm not going to pull up the hand to review, but I think a 1/3 pot C-bet followed by a half pot double barrel might have been good enough to get him to fold any ace high, king high hand. He could have easily just bluffed me on that bad boy right there. Go through all these hands, analyze your post-flop decisions, find your mistakes so you can work to not repeat them. Now for the final filter, the opportunity to squeeze with hands in your 3-bet range. More filter, actions and opportunities. Pre-flop, scroll on down to opportunities, and there it is, squeeze opportunity. Turn that on. Add to filter, hand values, whole card range, Holdem hand range. And now enter your full 3-bet range, because you want to see opportunities where you missed the value squeeze and the bluff squeeze. Once you enter the hands, add it to the filter, save and apply filters. Now you could have filtered also for did not 3-bet, but another way that you can go through these hands is to sort by pre-flop action. So let's select all of the positions, sort it by pre-flop action. This is the opportunity to squeeze with good squeezing hands. You could see, hey, I made a squeeze right here. I got 3 folds and plenty of calls. Definitely, this is worthy of going through all 10 hands, figure out where you could have squeeze, where with some good decisions, maybe calling with pocket nines was better than 3-bet squeezing. But I guarantee with this filter, you're going to find quite a few mistakes, hands where you should have 3-bet squeezed for value or as a bluff. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Gambate!